Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mornings on Main, where we are giving you the latest updates of everything happening in downtown, midtown, and Tuscaloosa. And we are here on the scene for a very special episode at a wonderful location, the Reilly Arts Center. So let's go inside and meet with their executive director.
Hi, I'm Janine Plummer with the Crystal Smith Real Estate Group. I'm proud to be from Ocala, and I truly love this community. That's why I'm excited to sponsor the Ocala Main Street podcast, supporting local stories, local businesses, and the place we call home.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode. We are on the scene at a very special, I would say, anchor of the Main Street District, the Reilly Arts Center, and I am here with their executive director, Natalie McComb, also a very, very good longtime friend and neighbor to us in the heart of the park. So Natalie, tell us a little bit about where we're standing, because the Reilly is quite large and we're going to go through all of the different facets, and you guys do a lot in the arts community.
Yes. So right now we're standing in the Frank DeLuca Grand Lobby. This was part of our expansion. So for those little history buffs that may be listening, the Reilly used to be the Ocala City Auditorium.
Right.
And it was built in the late 1930s. I think it opened in 1940. Used to host proms, sock hops, science fairs, even the Boston Pops have performed here. 10 years ago was when the Ocala Symphony Orchestra was looking for a permanent home.
Right.
The orchestra is celebrating its 50th anniversary season this season.
So exciting.
But 10 years ago was when we kind of undertook the renovation of this facility to then become the Reilly Arts Center. So it was a great partnership with the City of Ocala, our board. We obviously raised a lot of money to be able to renovate the building.
Absolutely.
But pretty quickly, we identified that, hey, there was an opportunity to grow this building, grow the footprint. So if you can imagine, before we had the Frank DeLuca Grand Lobby, we just had our small historic lobby, just two sets of restrooms on either side, no formal box office. And obviously just the one auditorium space, which is now the Advent Health main stage. So with the expansion that we undertook in 2022, completed in 23, we were able to add the NOMA Black Box, which is now an additional performance space for us, and our Community Music Conservatory, which is our in-house music school for our community. So this lobby is really great. It overlooks the skate park, which is undergoing its expansion and has truly become an added space for us to be able to entertain, welcome guests, and really have it be a great space for entertaining. And for us, we love our location here in Tuscaloosa Park because, I mean, we really do feel that we're the anchor, the northern anchor of the park. And, you know, in our facility here, well over 100 events hosted over the course of the year. Over 53,000 folks came through our doors last year as well. So we're always adding new things, and whether it's a community event or a concert or a big rock show, we want to make sure we have a lot of variety and a lot of reasons why people want to come and experience live performance here at the Reilly.
Absolutely. I mean, it really does stand toe-to-toe with some of the larger cities. I feel like when you come into this newer addition to the space, it's so grand and it's gorgeous. And you do feel like you're stepping outside of Ocala. And then the performances, too. I remember the first time I saw the Ocala Symphony Orchestra, and I was completely blown away. And I think it's such a shame when I talk to folks in our community that have never come to experience that. Like, what are you doing? Because it's so amazing, and you don't have to leave town. And so I'm so grateful that you do what you do here. And I think even with the NOMA Black Box as the addition, some of those smaller, more intimate events, the jazz series is so fun. And then you curate a lot. Like you said, the variety is phenomenal.
And we do take that responsibility really seriously. We want to bring new types of music and entertainment to our community. And hopefully it's something that when someone starts getting our emails, purchase some tickets, they'll be able to see like, oh, I've never seen a live jazz performance. Let me check that out. Or I've never been to a blues concert. Let me check that out. So we're always encouraging folks to kind of think outside of your normal genre.
Yes.
And that's often what I tell folks about the symphony. I mean, you don't have to be a classical music lover to just come and experience. And you know, I even use the example of my parents had never been to a live symphony performance.
That's
And
crazy, yeah.
once I started working here, I was like, you guys have to come.
Yes.
And now they're subscribers and they come to every
that's
symphony
wonderful.
weekend, and they never would have thought that would have been something that was up their alley. But, you know, for us, we make that accessible.
Absolutely.
You know, we make sure that we play songs and you know, our conductor, Matthew Wardell,
Yes.
he's our music director as well. So he really curates every weekend so that there's something for kind of the classical music lovers, but also something that challenges you a little bit, maybe some new pieces. And then that way we're also kind of educating folks about different genres of music at the same time.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to go check out the main stage, the
Yes.
Advent Health main stage. So
Yes.
let's go that way. Natalie, you lead the way.
All right.
So this is amazing, being up here on the stage with you and seeing the auditorium. How many people can fit here in the Reilly?
So between our orchestra level, our mezzanine, and our balcony, we can seat up to 700.
Wow.
In the Advent Health main stage. And what's great is it still has that feeling of being more intimate, but obviously, you know, if you can imagine all of these seats filled for an orchestra weekend, I mean, it's really impressive. What's great is you can even hear the sound, the way the sound carries. This acoustically is such a great space for orchestra. It sounds incredible. The sound really carries, so there's not a bad seat in the house. And this is our largest performance space that we manage. The Noma Black Box, we can seat up to 150, 160. We often set it up kind of lounge style with round tables and cafe tables. And then in 2020 was when we entered the partnership with the city of Ocala to operate Ocala's Marion Theater, which was built in 1941. So another great historic space. And that seats 300. And it's a repertoire theater. So we play second run movies, a lot of kind of cult classics, family favorites. We host a lot of community events in that space, but we also have a growing comedy program. So it's becoming known as Ocala's Home for Comedy. So typically every month.
Sit down for stand-up.
Sit down for stand-up. So that's very popular, where it's kind of a showcase of kind of regional comics, 3 to 4 comics that happens every month. And then we also have some great headlining comics that we've been booking here as well, kind of once a month. So we actually have a few coming up that we're thrilled with. And you know, really just a great opportunity for folks to kind of come right off the square and laugh and, you know, have a lot of fun. And, you know, for us, this is also a great space for students to learn. So when we opened our Community Music Conservatories, we started with just a few instructors and a few students, and now we have over 125 students taking lessons every week with us. And twice a year they get to perform on this stage as a part of their recital.
That's so fun.
And it's all instruments, from percussion, violin, cello, piano, really anything you can think of. As long as we can find an instructor, we'll teach it.
And when you say students, I remember you telling me the age ranges.
So our youngest is 4,
so
and
cute.
our oldest is 89. So I mean, you're never really too old to take up something. And you know, also for us, we do see some folks that come, and music is a form of therapy. So we have a lot of folks that maybe are on the spectrum or have some developmental delays. Even for PTSD, we have a student that's taking lessons with us right now as part of her therapy for PTSD. So it really is, you know, a healing thing, and something that we really, you know, truly enjoy when folks seek us out for kind of that purpose, because it really does. The impact is far greater than just the lesson.
Absolutely. But it definitely seems like the Reilly as a whole entity is truly providing something in the areas of performing arts for our entire community.
And being accessible is a big part of it. I know, you know, I mentioned kind of our education initiatives, but also before each orchestra weekend of our subscription series, Friday night we have free open rehearsals. So people can actually come from the community completely free. We serve pizza and drinks, and they can see kind of how the sauce is made. So they get to see really, it's a working rehearsal where they can see kind of you know, Matt really work with the symphony, make those tweaks, and hear the performance, but also in a space where, you know, if you have young kids, they can get up, they can
Right.
walk around, it's not as formal.
That would be a
Mhm.
great reason to take my kids, because I've been so nervous about the littles, because
Mhm.
it really is. I mean, when you come out for the symphony
Mhm.
nights, I mean, it's a little bit more, not suit and tie, because I've seen everybody wear all kinds
Yeah,
of things,
yes.
but it's a little bit more formal.
Yeah.
Just in nature, and I've been so afraid that they're going to scream in
Yes.
the middle of a
Open
performance.
rehearsals. That's the
Which
time
we
to
love.
come.
That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Yeah.
And what time do they typically?
So those are at 7 the Friday
Okay.
night
Awesome.
before a symphony weekend.
Wonderful.
So and it's really great. We even have folks that will still come and see the performance that weekend.
Yeah.
They just want to see us working.
That's so cool,
they want
though.
to see the
I love
practice.
the behind the scenes stuff too, but
Mhm.
I think what a great way to introduce it to somebody that's
Mhm.
younger, and
Yeah.
again, to make it more accessible for the
Yeah.
entire community.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So where should we go to next?
Oh
for
gosh,
behind the scenes.
Yeah. So maybe we check out some backstage space.
I would love that.
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right.
You lead the way.
So, so this is a great space because it's truly where all of our bands and our performers come, and we ask them to sign our walls. So I don't even
cool.
know how this first got started, but now it's kind of taken on a life of its own.
Point out a couple that are like,
yeah, oh gosh.
fun.
So Billy Bob Thornton, for those of you who are a fan of Landman and I mean all of his many, he is a rock star as well, but he looks very different when he's in his
I'm sure.
rocker mentality.
So
But
cool.
yeah, you can see some duplications here. I think here's John Lovitz when he was here. Who else we got? Sister Hazel, which they're coming back. So they will be back for our 10th birthday party concert, which is February 28th.
Fabulous.
So we're very excited for them to return to the Reilly. They always put on a great show.
This is so fun.
Yeah. And I like that when, some folks like do little drawings and stuff too, which is really, really nice.
And then these are some of the old behind the scenes stuff too here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So this is when the
auditorium.
walls started going up here. And what's really kind of cool is the first performance that we did when the orchestra was first formed, basically, back in 1975, we performed in the Ocala City Auditorium, as it was then, which, believe me, wasn't quite as nice as we have here at the Reilly, but yeah. So, and we also have a lot of our musicians that sign here that are with the symphony, which is great. But yeah, just a really fun space.
And then this is really BTS behind the scenes.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of equipment to do all the things we do. So, we often have to be doing different rigging and obviously all of our equipment here are speakers, all this stuff. And then these walls actually come out to kind of create the walled-in space when the orchestra performs.
Yeah.
So what's great about this space is it really is really flexible. So sometimes we have the stage up, sometimes we don't. We can do, we have a screen that comes down, we have lights that move and can create some really cool, visuals for different shows. And then we also rent this out for the community. If people need to do a corporate meeting or a luncheon or some sort of an event, it's a great space for that as well.
All right, so we are at your donor wall.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about, I know that it's the 50th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing to kind of commemorate that, and how are you looking for support from the community during this time?
Yeah. So we're a 501c3 nonprofit.
Yep.
So this donor wall really commemorates not just those who supported the original renovation of the Reilly, but also our expansion. Right. And, for us, we just kicked off our Milestones for Music campaign, which commemorates our 50th anniversary of the symphony, but also our 10th birthday of the Reilly. And, really for many nonprofits, we're kind of in a similar boat. We're really looking for kind of that long-term financial sustainability, knowing that, state and federal funding can really fluctuate. Sure. So just being able to make sure that we can continue to provide this beautiful facility and keep it up and keep our symphony strong. Also, really what we're looking to do is expand a lot more of our community outreach, continue to support the music school, continue to be a leader, bringing in new artists and artists that, we'd love more Grammy award-winning artists and national artists,
yes.
which all really do need support from sponsors and all of that, just to be able to bring them into such a small venue like we are. You know, and I think for us, it's also looking at, you know, how do we continue to maintain that excellence? So for our symphony, you're always looking, you know, we're having to compete with other symphonies across the country for really talented musicians. And so how do we continue to support them and their growth and be competitive so that we can really continue to be a very strong leader in North Central Florida for the quality of our performances as well as the quality of our guest artists. So that's another piece that we're always looking to bring in some really amazing guest artists to join our symphony. So for us, it's more about, again, it's more of our long-term vision so that we can be here for another 50 years and beyond and continue to maintain such a beautiful facility for our community. Because 10 years, you know, that went by in a flash.
I bet.
And, you know, like anything else, you know, always looking to maintain and improve and upkeep such a wonderful facility. So.
And honestly, I can't think of a better cause with all the things that you all do for our community. So if somebody wants to get involved for the Milestones for Music campaign, where can they go to learn more or to give?
So they would just go to reillyartscenter.com and then click on the support button. And there's a whole page specifically for our Milestones for Music campaign, which goes into our 4 goals, gives you opportunities to give. We still have some great naming opportunities as well. For example, you can name a position in the orchestra.
Oh, cool.
So that's something that we're really looking for folks to partner with us in the community. But we also have a lot of great sponsorships. So if you own a business, you're really looking to get your brand out there, your logo out there, we have lots of great concerts that you can also sponsor.
So we are going to go to the original lobby now to learn about what people can come and visit for upcoming shows.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go. All right, so we are in the original lobby now. So this is kind of the iconic entrance that everybody would recognize, the Art Deco and it's really close to the park side of things, right? Whereas the new lobby is facing the north and the skate park. So this is part of the original auditorium and there's the staircases that lead up to the balcony. Very cool. So tell us a little bit about where we are right now, if there's anything like noteworthy, and then share some things that are coming up at the Reilly.
So as you mentioned, again, this is kind of that iconic entrance. What's interesting, if you look at an old photo of the City Auditorium, what it did not have is it did not have the elevator tower in the middle.
Oh, that's right.
So if you look at some old pictures, it's really neat the way the architects designed adding the elevator tower for accessibility. And it really just added this really neat tower to the middle of the building, which is, like you said, iconic. The design is beautiful. These staircases that go up to our balcony are how you access that. And this is our original concessions. If you go down this way, we can walk by if you want to see. There's a photo of basically the Ocala City Auditorium gutted. And then opening night of the first concert here at the Reilly. So this is more our heritage lobby, as some of our board members say, or our historic lobby. And it really is a great space for people to come together and nostalgic for a lot of folks. So what we have coming up, so everything is on reillyartscenter.com. So even shows coming up at the Marion, anything in the Black Box is all accessible through our website. We do send out a Tuesday email. So there's a little button up at the top of our website if you want to join our email list.
Very helpful.
Shows coming up. Always lots taking place. You always want to make sure you buy your tickets from reillyartscenter.com because of course there's some third-party sites that like to charge you more and try and resell the tickets. So always buy from us because our tickets are very affordable, and we always make sure that we have price points that are for for a variety of budgets. So we're excited because part of what we're doing for our 10th birthday is our celebration series. So we have a variety of national and Grammy Award-winning artists leading up to our 10th birthday party, which is with Sister Hazel and Keller Williams on Saturday, February 28th. We have some really big announcements coming, but I can't share them quite yet. But a lot of family-friendly things that we're going to be planning for next season too. Film music, including Jurassic Park, How to Train Your Dragon, as well as some ones that'll be more for our older crowd too. But lots of great family stuff coming up with.
I can't believe you're doing How to Train Your Dragon. Aviana will love that.
So fun. So again, we hope you spend your Valentine's Independence Day weekend with
Yes.
us to join us for that.
Absolutely.
And then we also have our gala coming up February 12th. So that is our one large signature fundraising event that's in our black box. It's a night of just entertainment, a great sit-down meal, black tie optional. So that'll be February 12th this year.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
lots happening
Yeah.
between now and the early parts of spring, really all the way through winter. So I'm just so excited. And we'll have to come back, a great excuse to get some updates when we get closer to the next symphony season. But thank you so much for giving us a
thank you for
tour.
being here.
Oh my
and coming
gosh.
to see our space.
It's so fun to get to share behind the scenes with our viewers, but also just thank you for all that you do for our community.
Thank you, Jen.